Okay, looks like we are recording my desktop. Hey guys, this is Tess, aka the Chic Monster. Thanks again for being a patron, and if you're not, I hope that someday you'll be able to. But in the meantime, I just wanted to show something off. It's a little bit of a thank you, and just letting you guys know what I'm doing. As you all know, you're paying me to make games for you. And this is a piece of software that I was recently able to purchase thanks to your guys' donations. If it wasn't for your support, I wouldn't be able to afford the software. So I thought it only fitting that I would kind of show you what it does. This is the Tsugi Anime Sound Generator. It's one of several different platforms that Tsugi makes. It's a really simple sort of sound generating interface. It's pretty cool. This one's kind of small. It was $50 and it kind of demonstrates a little bit of what the Tsugi software does. There's a full suite that we are probably thinking about purchasing later on. But right now, Salty and I, that's my programmer, we're probably going to test this out, and you're probably going to hear some sounds that come from this generator in the upcoming Paranormal game, and possibly in the Star Slam game that's coming out soon. But let's just play with these sounds. It's really, really fun. So what you have here is different kind of categories of sounds that can be made. So this is the magic sound sort of category, and it has 4 different sort of templates for sounds that can be made. I'm going to go ahead and open up the spell template. And this template sort of has like a generic sound that it makes, like a very specific wave pattern. And these are sliders that you can add, and they just kind of modify that particular sound just a little bit. You know, they can make it higher or lower, and they can add modulation. And this way you can generate several different types of sounds just from one single kind of sound bite, I guess you could say. So let's play around with this. I was able to play around with this yesterday night and get a little bit of, so we'll just kind of fool around. So this is a crystal spell. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that. So that's what it sounds like. And then we can kind of just slow it down, make it go higher or lower. Fairy dust. I think that's just kind of like a little extra thing. And the power is cool too. This one's fun. If you give it more power, it just like kind of duplicates the sound. Yeah. So this would be awesome for like a magical girl type anime. And I definitely have some ideas about how to use it. This is probably not going to be used in Paranormal, of course, because it's a little too magical. Paranormal is more of like a down-to-earth kind of real life. I mean, it's like kind of like magical realism, but I did want to demonstrate this one. This is by far my favorite category of sounds. So, you know, just brings me back to those Sailor Moon days. Here we go. This is protection. So this is probably what we'd use if like a character was throwing up a shield or something. And what's great about this is you can use this in your games. Once you own the software, you basically, all the sounds that you make using the software are yours free to use. So I have this Tsugi, it was $50, and now all the sounds that I make using this particular piece of software, I can put in all of my games. So it's a really, really great investment. And yeah, I'm glad that you guys were able to, you know, help us afford this. What is this? Events. I haven't played with this one yet. Oh, that's what it does. Good, bad. Oh, bad situation. That is kind of cool. This is great. The face is also a really fun one. This is just for like, you know, those little anime faces that they make in anime, I guess. I love that. I've always wondered how they made it like back in the 80s. I mean, did they use like some kind of a synthesizer or something? Because like this is like a very unique sound that I mean, I'm not a professional Foley artist by far. I did have to make my own sounds back in the day. I would just take a microphone, and I'm not even kidding you. I think the first game I ever made was Stocking Stuffers, and they required like little footsteps. So I took this microphone, this Yeti stereo microphone that I have, and I took a pair of shoes and I just walked them across the floor, you know, just and record it with my microphone, and that was how we made sounds back then. But now we can do like a little bit more complicated stuff, which I really like. Like this, I have no idea how it would even begin to make something like this. Disappointment. Hopefully that's not the sound that you're making as you're watching this video, thinking like, oh, why did she spend my money on this piece of software? Or maybe you're like really sad about it. You're so sad about it. Oh no, that's better. Oh, that's even worse. Okay. This is how sad you are. But, or maybe you're surprised. What? How could you spend money on this piece of software? Nani? As they say across the pond. Maybe you're upset. I don't know. It's like a really, I don't know. I don't associate that with upset. Let's bring the distress out a little bit. Turn down modulation. That's better. I like that a lot. This sounds more like surprise to me, you know, just like, whoa! Whoa! Do you hear it? I'm having too much fun with this. So yeah, there's a bunch of other categories. I think event is probably the one that we're going to be using the most in paranormal. It has more of like sort of suspense type themes. So something like this is something you might hear. What is this weird? Yeah, I could definitely hear that in a game like Paranormal. That's a bit too intense. Presence. I'm gonna bring that down. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so stuff like this is definitely something that could be heard in a game like Paranormal. Oh, this is a great one. This is very like, ooh, something's happening. Huh! Huh! Who's there? Take that, you scoundrel. I'm just kidding. I don't know why. No one's gonna get beat up in Paranormal. For some reason, this guy is holding a knife to this young lady. And comical, I don't really understand this one, but I do still think it's a really nice sound. And impact, elasticity, modulation. Yeah, so it's really, really fun stuff that you can do here. And it also has locations. I'm not crazy about this, but we could potentially use it. There's definitely a classroom setting in Paranormal. And so you can hear like people sort of conversing, I guess. Let me actually bring that down. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So, you know, that's kind of... lots of things we can do with this, and I think if this works out really well, what's great about Tsugi is you can export the sounds, you know, just directly into files that you can use in your game, but there's also some kind of a code. Forgive me, programmers, for just totally butchering how to correctly say this, but there is a code that allows you to kind of use Tsugi and sort of generate your own sounds within the context of your own game. I know that they have a plugin for Unity, there's a plugin for GameMaker, and we are using our own engine, the one that my programmer made himself, because he's just a bitter old man, and he doesn't want to go with the flow. I'm kidding. I love Salty, and everything he does is great, and I have no right to criticize. But anyway, there's probably some way that we could work this plugin into it, so we wouldn't even have to export the files and then just put them into the game. We could just have the sound profiles there already and kind of generate them on the fly, which would be really, really cool. But we're just going to kind of play it by ear. We have this really great software that we can play around with. Anyway, I think I've been ranting for long enough, but I just wanted to show you guys what your money has been put to. Everything else, all the other payments that you made, obviously are just sitting in an account waiting to be spent. We're probably going to be spending the majority of that money in the coming months on our musician. And he's going to be getting paid for all the songs that he makes for Paranormal. I think we're probably going to get about 3 new songs, at least for the demo, which I will try my darndest to release before the end of the year. So wish us luck in that regard. Well, anyway, thanks again, guys. And please, if you haven't considered donating to the Patreon, I hope that you do. For the moment, the demo will be released exclusively to Patreon supporters, and that's going to be at any level. So it doesn't matter if you give $1 or $10 or whatever you want. If you give money for the demo, you will get to play the demo. The full game, that's still yet to be debated, but if you want to play the demo as it's released, that's how you do it. So it is a paid demo, but, you know, that's obviously for a very good reason. Anyway, I'm going to say thanks probably for the 5th time, and goodbye.